Look at this image. This is not a travel advertisement for the Maldives or Bora Bora. This is a glimpse of the Chagos archipelago, a tiny ring of coral islands deep in the Indian Ocean. It is a place of unbelievable, pristine beauty, the definition of a tropical paradise. White sand, leaning coconut palms, and crystal-clear turquoise waters. But do not be fooled by this image. You can never visit this beach. You are strictly, absolutely forbidden from even getting close. If you approach by boat, you will be intercepted. If you fly over it, you will be grounded. You are looking at Diego Garcia, the most fortified, secretive, and illegal military installation on planet Earth. This is not just a base. It is a ghost island, born from a horrific hidden crime against humanity that the world was never supposed to know. Welcome back to Anime Atlas Tour. Today we are breaking the ultimate silence. We are not exploring ancient ruins. We are exposing a modern tragedy. We are taking you inside a forbidden zone to reveal how a global superpower, with cold mathematical precision, stole a paradise from its people, creating a ghost island in its place. This is the heart-wrenching true story of how they gassed the pets, packed the children, and murdered a civilization to build a machine of war. To understand the horror, we must first understand the innocence. For over 200 years, this island was the home of the Chagosians, a peaceful Creole community descended from African slaves and South Indian laborers. They were a thriving, self-sufficient society. They called themselves the Iloa, the Islanders. Their life was slow, harmonious, and rooted in the land. They lived in simple, neat villages with thatched roof cottages. They gathered coconuts to make copra oil. They fished in the rich lagoons. They grew vegetables in the fertile soil. Children played barefoot on these very beaches, collecting shells and laughing under the sun. They had their own unique music, their own Creole language, and their own deep spiritual connection to the graves of their ancestors buried beneath the palms. They did not have electricity, they did not have armies, and they did not have any contact with the outside world's conflicts. They had paradise, and it was enough. But in the 1960s, at the height of the Cold War, the tranquility of Diego Garcia was shattered. Geopolitics, like a colossal monster, cast its shadow over this remote archipelago. The United States military identified this isolated, strategically perfect atoll as the ideal location for a massive global communication and intelligence hub, a footprint in the Indian Ocean that could dominate 3 continents. There was only one problem: there were people living there. But for the United Kingdom and the United States governments, this was not a moral obstacle, it was a paperwork inconvenience. They struck a secret, cold-blooded deal. In 1966, Britain agreed to carve out a new colony, the British Indian Ocean Territory, solely to lease the island of Diego Garcia to the US military for 50 years, with a 20-year extension. And the condition of the lease was absolute. The island must be empty. The United States demanded the complete removal of all native inhabitants. They did not offer to relocate them. They did not offer compensation. They ordered a silent, total ethnic cleansing of an entire population away from the eyes of the world. The mechanics of the crime were set in motion. First, they began a campaign of slow starvation. They cut off all supply ships. Coconuts were forbidden to be gathered. Medical supplies dwindled. The peaceful paradise began to feel like a prison. Then they struck where it hurt the most. The Chagosians were fiercely attached to their pets, especially their dogs, in a calculated act of pure psychological terror, designed to break their spirit. The British authorities rounded up every single pet on the island. Over 1,000 dogs, the loyal companions of a peaceful people, were crowded into a shed and brutally murdered by gassing them with carbon monoxide from military truck exhausts. The air of Diego Garcia, once smelling of jasmine and salt water, was filled with the screams of their beloved animals and the toxic, thick orange exhaust fumes. A collective trauma was embedded into the very soil of the island. The people knew their time was over. Then came the final blow. In 1971, the military arrived. Men, women, and children, carrying only what they could hold in their arms, were violently rounded up at gunpoint. They were marched from their neat homes onto the beaches they had played on their whole lives. They were packed like livestock onto rusting, overcrowded cargo ships bound for Mauritius and the Seychelles. They looked back one last time at the leaning palms, the empty villages, and the graves of their grandparents, knowing they would never see them again. The paradise was empty. The ghost island was born. Today, on the bones of that murdered civilization, stands a monumental military beast. Viciously high razor wire fences have replaced the thatched fences. Paved asphalt runways have smothered the ancient footpaths. The simple, harmonious community has been replaced by a sprawling, fortified complex designed for global dominance. Diego Garcia is now one of the most critical forward-operating bases on Earth. It features 2 massive runways, some of the longest in the world, specifically designed to handle massive B-2 stealth bombers and B-52s, capable of striking any target in Asia or Africa within hours. The serene turquoise lagoon is now a deeply dredged deep-water harbor for entire U.S. Navy aircraft carrier strike groups and massive pre-positioning ships packed with enough tanks, ammunition, and fuel to supply a full-scale invasion of a country. A monstrous network of satellite dishes, antennas, and intelligence equipment pierces the air, silently listening to all communications across the continent. Rumors persist of CIA black sites, secret underground detention facilities, hidden beneath the luxurious living quarters of the military personnel, where prisoners were reportedly flown for interrogation, away from any legal jurisdiction. It is a place of total control, total secrecy, and total indifference to the life it destroyed to exist. While the stealth bombers take off from their forbidden paradise, the true owners of Diego Garcia are living a very different reality. The displaced Chagosians were dropped onto the shores of Mauritius and the Seychelles, where they were forced into brutal poverty. They lived in tin shack slums, discriminated against and isolated. Many died of heartache, a recognized medical condition among the Ilois, a slow physical collapse from the pure grief of losing their home. But they did not surrender. For decades, the Chagosians have fought an incredible uphill legal battle against 2 global superpowers. They have marched in the streets, they have taken their case to the International Court of Justice, and they have won multiple landmark rulings declaring Britain's occupation and the expulsion illegal. The International Court of Justice has explicitly ordered Britain to decolonize and return the islands to their people. But Britain, backed by the strategic military might of the United States, continues to ignore the rulings. The law of power continues to defeat the power of the law. They argue that the base is essential for global security, a justification built on the gassed dogs, packed children, and stolen paradise. Diego Garcia is the most tragic reminder on Earth that in the calculation of empire, human life is often reduced to a rounding error. It is an environmental paradise, yes, but it is a spiritual wasteland. If you are a citizen of a country with an army, you are connected to the stolen paradise of Diego Garcia. Subscribe to Anime Atlas Tour, share this documentary to honor the ghosts, and tell us in the comments below. If you were offered $1 million, would you visit the forbidden beach of Diego Garcia, or would you stay on the side of the ghosts? We are not waiting for the future. We are witnessing the past that refuses to die.